Usually when customers visit our store and we show such guitars, their initial reaction is this looks out of my budget or this looks very expensive. But I am here to tell you that we have finally affordable, premium looking options in a brand called Strydom at the price range of 8,000 Indian rupees, and we are going to check it out in today's video. Welcome back to John's Music, and here we go. Whenever we take a look at beginner guitars, the usual recommendations in the market might have a lot of brand names and a lot of finishes, looks, feels and offerings. However, not every guitar might have a premium look and a great sound combined together. Strydom is a brand that we had reviewed in the past, and now we have a very beginner affordable option of a price range of just rupees 8,000 in India. This is the price range what beginners usually look for good quality instruments. The under 5,000 ones are not really something we recommend for beginners or anybody for that matter, even for the purpose of gifting, because those guitars do not last, they do not sound good, and they even hurt your fingers in the long run. So the 8,000 to 10,000 is a decent bracket to pick up good instruments. Now the popular brands that come in that particular price segment is Yamaha and Cort, and they have some color options but not really satisfactory to a lot of consumers. Strydom has come with two models, that is F139 and F239, and especially in some really cool finishes if you are looking into this kind of a look. This all mahogany look and feel is very rarely found on guitars under rupees 10,000. Now let's talk about these models. This is F139, F239. These are 39-inch guitars, also often called as medium-sized guitars in India. This is a size that is mostly recommended for beginners, especially if your height is under 5.5. This becomes a very comfortable guitar to hold. Any larger size makes your shoulder go up like this, and that is a very uncomfortable thing to do. So even though there are some models which is popular in the market, do not go for it directly without consulting your own body structure and height, because that is one very important factor for selecting a guitar. The 39-inch size is something that works across all age groups, and if you are a junior guitarist, you should prefer a 36-inch guitar. Getting into the specifications, both these guitars have almost every specification alike except for the top material. The F139 is an all mahogany series, and the F239 has a spruce and mahogany combination. So it is great that they have given this different wood combinations even in a beginner guitar, so that the beginner also decides what kind of sound he or she wants to choose. The other specifications are same: mahogany back and side, mahogany neck, die-cast tuning keys, a very unique looking headstock with the Strydom logo over here, and they have inculcated that on the 12th fret as well. That gives a very unique premium look and finish to the guitar, because usually entry-level guitars do not have this kind of ornamentation at all. The sound hole design also looks nice. The fretboard and bridge is made of rosewood. I can confirm about the bridge that this is good quality rosewood. This, however, looks like a composite more or less, doesn't look like an actual rosewood. The nut and saddle is of a very good quality, not cheap plastic. This will be more durable than the rest of your entry-level guitars. The strap nuts are only found over here, and there is no strap nut over here. The strings are standard factory bronze strings, and if you would like to add a little more flair to your sound, you should choose some branded strings from D'Addario, Ernie Ball or Elixir. The bridge pins are made of plastic, and that is something that is common across all entry-level guitars. The finish that you're seeing in this video is called natural. Even though this is an all mahogany wood, they have called it a natural finish, and it's also available in a black gloss finish, but that's a transparent black gloss, so you will be able to see a little bit of grain structure on the guitar and not really a dead black. The F239, that is the combination of spruce and mahogany, comes in three finishes as well. The finish that you're seeing in this video is called tobacco gloss, one of my favorite finishes. Usually it's a sunburst in most guitars, but this particular finish looks very unique. I have not really seen this kind of finish in gloss across a lot of guitars. And this also comes in a full black gloss, and it comes in a cherry red gloss as well. That's also a sunburst finish, but in a cherry red sunburst. So we have tobacco gloss, black gloss and cherry red gloss. So a lot of options to choose from. Now we are going to do a sound check of both these guitars, that is the spruce mahogany combination and the all mahogany combination, so that you can get to decide what sound is yours. So that was the sound check of the F139 and F239. Hope you found the difference in how both these guitars sound. If you are not able to spot the difference, then that means you will need to spend a little more time with some guitars to understand what is the kind of difference a spruce mahogany and an all mahogany brings. So it's not really a problem. You might not be there yet where you can find the minute differences of sound between guitars. As a beginner, your core duty is to set a decent budget, especially in this particular price bracket between the 8 to 10,000. Second thing is to find a decent brand and decent sound, and you are good to go. Speaking about the accessories, both these guitars do not come with any bag, strap or any kind of accessories. That has to be purchased separately, and that is the case with almost all the entry-level brands from Yamaha and Cort as well. They do not really provide any kind of kick bag or any accessories. The Allen key is a standard tool that comes with all guitars across the catalog, and plectrums is something that we add after the setup procedure. All the guitars that are leaving from our facility goes through a thorough setup procedure so that it becomes very playable when the guitar arrives to you. Please do remember that guitars cannot be played right out of the box, and it does require some kind of adjustments by which it becomes playable. Coming to the pros and cons of the Strydom F139 and F239, starting with the pros first. A very good size. The 39-inch size is very comfortable across a lot of body structures. The Yamaha FS80C is another alternative, but that is a concert size, a 40-inch size, so it can get a little uncomfortable on the shoulder. So always sit with the guitar and check whether your shoulder is sloping downward. So a great size for beginners to begin with. Second positive is the number of color options that they have provided in this particular range. Nowadays, consumers are looking for a new look and finish all the time, and they have given a lot of color options in a very restrictive price range. The third positive to speak about is that the frets are rolled edges over here. They are not sharp. So even if your guitar fretboard shrinks, which is something that happens in a lot of guitars due to the humidity in the weather, the moisture goes down and the wood shrinks and the fret ends can end up being sharp. Because these are rolled edges, the sharpness of the frets would not be felt even after the shrinkage. So that is something as a very important factor on an entry-level guitar. The fourth positive to mention about is that both these models come in a 40-inch variant. Yes, you heard that right. The bass factor, if you do not like on the 39-inch, or else if you are a taller person who do not want smaller guitars, the 40-inch variant is also available. The F39, you have a F140, and in the F239 you have a F240. Both of these models are also available on our website. The main difference is just the size. This is a 39-inch model and that is a 40-inch model, the Grand Auditorium size. So technically that makes this particular series having the most number of options in this given price range. almost 4 to 5 colors to choose from and 2 different sizes to choose from, all in the same price range, and you can have the luxury to select whichever you want. Coming to the negatives, the guitar is not given with a strap nut over here, so you would have to install one if you would like to have a strap from here. You can also tie it over here, but if you want the standard way of having a strap here, you need to get a strap nut installed. If you want us to install that, we can get it done before dispatch. Second negative to speak about is that the neck over here is glossy. So if you're a person whose hand sweats a lot, you might find difficulty in sliding, especially after the sweat comes on the glossy finish. For you, the matte finish neck will be better. This is not a problem for people who do not sweat a lot from their hands. This is specifically for people who have sweaty hands, so you can avoid the glossy finish altogether. So that was the pros and cons that we could find with the Strydom F139 and F239. Both the series are really good. They sound bright. They are not really into the warm category. The all mahogany does feel a little more warmer than the spruce mahogany combination because that is the sound profile of the wood. However, being a beginner guitar, I cannot really say that it is very warm category. It is moderate warm and then a bright one. So if you are a person who would like a little more bass, a little more warmth and little more depth in your sound, you have to stretch your budget a little more than 10-12,000 and it will land you the right kind of sound that you're looking for. In the beginner guitar range, this is probably how it sounds across all brands. There is a variation of brightness, there's a variation of how the guitar sounds sweet. I can term that these guitars really sound sweet. So that is all for today. All these models, that is F139, F239, F140, F240, all these models are available on our website. The links are in the description. You can select whichever color you would like and place your order and we will safely deliver it to your home. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing as it is a great motivation for us to put out more videos. If you would like us to do any more videos, please do leave it as a comment and we will totally check it out. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching and we hope to do more videos for you. See you soon with some more product demos and educational content. Until then, bye bye.